Filip Hrgovic goes through the motions and knocks out hapless Alexandre Kartozia in the second round. And it was a pretty brutal knockout. So in the first round, Kartozia was moving around. And to be honest with you, full disclosure, he didn't look as bad in terms of his technique as I was expecting. He looked, as journeyman type opponents go, he looked okay. And he looked like he actually came there to give it a go. So fair play to him on that. But there was obviously a huge gulf in class. There was a difference in size as well. In the second round, that is where Filip Hrgovic lowered the boom. The fight is on YouTube. Not sure a channel called Boxing PH. It's on that. You can watch it there. And I'm sure there are other places you can watch it. But this is just before the knockout. Filip Hrgovic feints a right hand to Kartozia's body. And that brings Kartozia's left hand down. Okay, this is just before he does it. That brings Kartozia's left hand down because you see here, it's going to be a bit difficult to get the right hand over the top. You might be able to just sneak it over, but he wants to bring this down so he can get a more clear shot of the target. So he feints the right hand. Indeed, Kartozia's arm comes down just a bit, and Hrgovic follows through with a right hand to the jaw, and Kartozia goes down heavy. The fight is immediately waved off. So there will be sterner tests in the future for Filip Hrgovic, and you would hope so, because Kartozia is, not the kind of opponent that's really going to bring Hrgovic on in terms of his career development. And really and truly, given the fact that he boxed in the World Series of Boxing and had an extensive amateur career, I'm on his All Sports tab here on his BoxRec page because it was showing some losses there. Yeah, as a pro, he's obviously 11-0 with 9 KOs. And if you look at his contemporaries, the likes of Joe Joyce, Daniel Dubois, even somebody like Martin Bakole, they're fighting better opposition than Hrgovic is fighting right now. So Sauerland, Eddie Hearn, whoever Hrgovic's management team are, they need to get their heads together and get Filip Hrgovic some opponents that are actually worthy of his talent and his amateur and World Series of Boxing experience. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Who would you like to see Filip Hrgovic fight next? Martin Bakole, in fact, some people on my previous video did mention Martin Bakole as a possible opponent for Hrgovic. I think Bakole's called Hrgovic out, or was it Bakole's very vocal trainer and manager who has called Hrgovic out? That's a perfectly viable fight. Apparently, Bakole is looking to have that rescheduled contest against, what's the guy's name? His name escapes me. The guy who stopped David Price, the guy who lost to Michael Hunter. Oh God, the guy who stopped Joe Joyce in the amateurs. I forget his name now, excuse me. But he's a big, burly Russian heavyweight. His name will probably come to me a little bit later on. Bakole is apparently Kuzmin, excuse me. See, there it is. It always comes to me a few seconds after. This is what happens with old age. The memory doesn't work quite as quickly. Getting cobwebs up there. But yeah, Kuzmin Bakole is supposed to be being rescheduled. But after that, hopefully, Hrgovic could fight the winner maybe. I think that would be a step in the right direction. If he's not going to fight one of his contemporaries, if they're all tied up with their own different fights, then somebody like the winner of Bakole Kuzmin, I think, is a good next step. If he really wanted to step up, and if his management and promoters are happy to do it, Hrgovic versus Joseph Parker. Now, I'm not sure how interested Parker's team would be in that fight right now. I guess that there would have to be an adequate carrot. There would have to be some type of incentive to make Joseph Parker and his team say, okay, we'll go ahead and fight this Hrgovic guy who's being built up as the next best thing. Is there going to be some type of world title eliminator in play? Is there going to be an international title? Is there going to be a hell of a lot of money? Yeah, if there's going to be a lot of money, then maybe we can look into it. But if that isn't the case, if there isn't a lot of money in the fight, I'd be surprised if Joseph Parker decided to take that. And who knows, maybe Hrgovic and his team might not want to jump up that high right now. But anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below of this fight. Hrgovic knocking out the hapless Alexandre Kartozia in 2 rounds. Very predictable. Who would you like to see him in with next?